I'm Jordan Hatfield. This is Faster Film Critic. Today on the show, we talk Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair with Kolter and Chase Fugel. Kill Bill is a two-part martial arts revenge film from 2003 directed by Quentin Tarantino starring Uma Thurman, Lucy Liu, Vivica Fox, Michael Madsen, Daryl Hannah, and David Carradine. The whole bloody affair is the director's cut as one single film that fans have been longing for, and it just received a wide release this year. So grab your yellow Bruce Lee jumpsuits and your Hattori Hanzo swords and get in. We're going cinephiling. Guys, I've been waiting a long bloody time to see the whole bloody affair. I don't know about you.
I see what you did there. I see it.
Well, I wasn't trying to do nothing but explain how bloody long I've been waiting for this movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
I am very, very excited. Huge Kill Bill fan.
Sure.
I have heard nothing but rumors about the whole bloody affair for years and years and years. And finally, it was released.
Finally, God damn it.
It's here.
Yeah, if you were in a lucky spot, I think it was, he has a theater, right? He showed it a couple times here and there for if you were lucky enough to catch it.
Yeah, I believe that the very first time it was released was at the New Beverly, which is a movie theater that Quentin Tarantino owns in California, and it was released in 2006 in that theater only.
Yeah.
And it's played a couple times there, and so definitely people have seen it, but as a wide release, I mean, the vast majority of people have not seen this film. So if you're a fan, man, this was a really big deal.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Did you see it in 70 millimeter or 35 millimeter or digital? Where did you see it in?
Oh, I wish.
I would kill to see this movie in 70. Blake, who's been on the show several times, out in New York, he did get to see it in 70, and I was so jealous. So jealous.
Yeah. That Blake fella.
Yeah, I know. Bless his heart, man. He didn't hesitate to just rub it right in my face.
I would too. Good for him.
I would have too. I can't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him at all. I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
But no, I just saw it in a standard theater. Standard theater still, though. What a cool experience.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it
Yes,
was
indeed.
Are you guys Kill Bill fans? I mean, what a dumb question, but what else do I ask?
There's not a Tarantino movie I don't like, sir. The answer is yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa, hold on.
We got a
hold
from
on.
Chase.
Did you hear that tone of voice,
He
Kolter?
said, yeah. Hey, Chase, did you like the movie? Yeah.
Yeah. That's the bullshit I heard.
I enjoy it. I enjoyed the 4.5-hour runtime, but
Dude, be careful.
it will never live up to some of other Tarantino movies.
Oh.
Man. I don't even know how to respond.
my.
I'm thinking I'm just going to ignore that comment entirely.
Oh, my.
Do you see them as one movie or two movies?
One movie. Yep.
One movie?
One movie.
Well, we know he does.
Kolter, are you a one movie too?
That's a tough question. And the reason why.
I know Tarantino does, but they're so different from each other.
They are different. Like, most people.
In some ways.
Yeah, most people prefer the first movie, or if you're talking about this one, then the first half of this movie. I think for me, man, you always want to kind of respect what the artist's intention is. And in this case, it's to consider what used to be two parts, one movie now. He wants it to be technically, this is his fourth film. I don't know. It's kind of a loaded question. It's so hard to kind of think about. So few movies run this long. So it's unique in that regard alone. I don't know.
So not only do I seriously consider this one film, but this isn't the first time that I have seen the 4-hour version. I've never seen the whole bloody affair, but I have watched Volume 1 and Volume 2 back-to-back in the same night. And
sure.
I've watched Volume 1 and Volume 2 back-to-back in the same night on more than one occasion.
Wow.
It's the only way to see this film. For anyone who's confused,
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino wrote Kill Bill as one movie.
Yeah.
The production studio said it's way too long, we got to cut it up.
Sure.
So they cut it into Volume 1, which was released in 2003, Volume 2, which was released in 2004, and there's been the rumors of this whole bloody affair, which is the director's cut, the original way that Tarantino wanted this film shown.
Yeah.
Now, there are some differences between Part 1 and Part 2 and the whole bloody affair.
Yeah.
Namely, and I want to get into these, but namely, at the end of Kill Bill Volume 1, there's the reveal that the bride, played by Uma Thurman, that her daughter is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then Volume 1 ends. Volume 2 picks up, and you've got the bride driving a car. It's kind of black and white, and she's recounting what happens in Volume 1 to kind of bring you up to speed before Volume 2 starts.
Yeah.
In the whole bloody affair, both of these scenes are removed. So there is no reveal halfway through that BB is still alive. And that reveal doesn't come until the end of the film. And then, of course, you don't need, the bride re-explaining what happened in Volume 1. And I want to talk about just that for a second. Like, does the movie, it's so hard because we've seen Kill Bill so many times. It's so hard to go back and kind of sit through this. But imagine watching it and not knowing that BB was alive until the very end. I mean, I definitely think that's a better way to view this film.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's
Definitely.
the consensus out there amongst other reviewers and critics too, is that reveal works much better in this iteration.
Absolutely. I agree. I'm glad that there's consensus amongst the three of us here.
Yeah.
Because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Definitely better, the whole bloody affair narrative.
Yeah.
Before we dive into some of the other differences, I just want to talk Kill Bill for a second. Guys, what is it that you love? Actually, I should say, Kolter, what is it that you love about Kill Bill?
There are things I love about Kill Bill.
What is it that you just like about Kill Bill?
Let Chase jump in
There are
there and
things I
redeem
love.
himself. Let Chase redeem himself.
Yeah.
Go.
He's got a lot of redeeming to do, man.
Yeah.
I think I have a hot take, and it's that I like the second one more than the first one.
That is
Okay.
Do you guys like the first one more?
No.
No.
I do.
You like the second one more than the first one?
No, I don't. I can't say it either. To me, it's one
That is
film.
crazy to me.
There's parts of the first film I love. There's parts of the second
They're so
film that I
different, though.
love.
Try to compare the two.
What do you mean they're different?
They're entirely different, like in style even.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some style differences. It was shot together.
Yeah.
It wasn't shot as two films. It was shot as one film.
Really?
Yeah.
It was, wait, they were shot at the same time?
Absolutely. It was
Yeah.
shot as one
Wow.
film.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, so there are some
But
differences.
they're still greatly different.
Definitely. For example, in Volume 2, you don't get a lot of the martial arts stuff until a little bit later in the film.
Yeah. And even then, it's a lot more toned down than the first film. I don't think anything could match the scale that the first film does it at.
Yeah. Totally. They're pretty
I
different.
read somewhere that the first one feels a lot more kung fu inspired, that whole world, and the second one feels more Western.
Yeah.
Tarantino has an appreciation for both of them, and I
Absolutely.
Yeah.
can definitely see them that way. It's definitely still kung fu in the second one, but the whole feel and where it goes feels so much more Western to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right down to the actor. I mean, David Carradine, made his acting debut in the show Kung Fu, and it was this kind of very subdued character who was he knew Kung Fu, but he didn't want to fight if he didn't have to, and he was a very peaceful man. And David Carradine too it's funny. He's kind of one of those actors that wasn't all that impressive until you put him to work with a guy like Tarantino, and then all of a sudden you get to see what the guy's kind of made out of. But yeah, and even that show was very much a Western with Kung Fu influences and a flair. But so yeah, I think that's spot on, Chase.
I can't believe you can't see the two as separate.
It's Kill Bill to me, man. It's Kill Bill to me.
I mean, the whole thing is Kill Bill, but I agree with Chase. There are two very distinctive. I mean, even down to the way that the two parts, the two halves are shot. Like the second one, it's a lot more slower paced. It's got a lot of that more kind of Western standoff intensity, whereas the first the first half is pretty frenetic. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty fast paced. And
Guys.
Yeah.
By this logic, Barbarian is 3 films.
Let's not get that sidetracked.
Like,
We'll be here all night.
Just because,
No.
just because there's a tonal shift for certain parts of the movie doesn't mean you split it up. Like
No,
this
no,
is
no.
one film.
I'm not-
Tarantino says it's one
Hey,
film. The
I'm
whole
not-
bloody affair is one film.
Hey,
This is one film.
Wait. No, I don't think
It was
anybody's
shot as
saying
one
it should be split up. It works fine as one story. It's just that I think there are two
It's
distinct,
shot as one
distinct,
movie. It's one movie. It's
distinct
one
feelings
story. What are you
within
talking about?
within one story. That the two, I don't even know. It's this hard. This movie is impossible to break into acts. Like if you're gonna treat this movie as one film, it's almost kind of goes into a 5-act format, which is
Now that I can agree with. There are tonal differences between each chapter. In other words, chapter 1 and chapter 2 have tonal differences in volume 1, just like there are tonal differences between volume 1 and volume 2. That I can agree with.
okay.
I think your perspective is born from the fact that they were split. Had we seen the whole bloody affair right from the get-go, we'd be talking about tonal differences between chapters and not tonal differences between volumes.
Yeah.
I don't know that Chase fully explained why he liked Kill Bill. Kolter, I want to know, why did you love Kill Bill?
It's funny. It might be the same reason why a lot of people kind of maybe didn't like Kill Bill out of his library, because I think there was always a lot of accusations levied at Tarantino, specifically for Kill Bill, that so many influences were drawn. He had taken so much from Chinese kung fu movies and Japanese Kurosawa samurai movies, and kind of made it his own. But it was so clearly influenced. For me, it was like a love letter. It was like, okay, he's doing these things, but then he's introducing a character that both him and Uma Thurman worked on a lot. I mean, super in depth. They both worked to define this character. She was a very different kind of character for protagonist or the main focus of a movie like this, even with all those influences. But to me, Tarantino's a masterful writer. I think he's great at characters. I don't think anybody quite does it like him. You take that style that he's got naturally, and then you add what I feel are just excellent music choices to this, and then you add the kind of a very unique cinematic moments. The fight with the Crazy Eight is great, and you watch the part that goes to black and white when the movies were separate. By today's standards, it's nothing. But you could see producers 20 years going, that's just too much blood. We can't, the audiences won't tolerate this, and neither will we. And it's like, you watch it now, and it's like, it's not too much blood.
Yeah.
It's so over the top, and it's just, he's just completely embraced both the absurdity, and it's like his kind of style and flair to the max, and it's so confident and fun. It's just a very intoxicating world, intoxicating characters, and you kind of just get sucked into it. It's probably one of his most fun movies, even though this character is just literally drugged through hell, but she just makes for one of the greatest female revenge badasses on film.
So to underscore your earlier point, Tarantino pays homage to many different films in Kill Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the characters are directly inspired from other films. In fact, some of the scenes in Kill Bill are directly inspired from scenes of other films.
Yeah.
The music is inspired by other films, and this is clearly an homage to cinema history.
Yeah.
I've got a short list here,
Okay.
a short list. This is far from complete. It's a short list of movies that Tarantino directly and obviously referenced in Kill Bill. Lady Snowblood, Five Deadly Venoms, Game of Death, Shogun Assassin, Death Rides a Horse, Five Fingers of Death, The Street Fighter, Master of the Flying Guillotine, Battle Royale, Thriller, A Cruel Picture, The Searchers, Citizen Kane, Tokyo Drift, Navajo Joe, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West, Rolling Thunder, Gone in 60 Seconds, the original 1974 version,
Right,
The
the weird
Manchurian Candidate, Dress to Kill, The Psychic, Marnie, The Bride Wore Black, Coffee, Switchblade Sisters, Black Sunday, Zombie Flesh Eaters, Deep Red, City of the Living Dead, Star Trek, and Grease.
Yeah. Can you read your long
My
list?
gosh.
That was the short list. Yeah, I mean, there is so much in this film
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that has been borrowed from other films. And
I almost feel like this is more a movie about making movies than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was.
That's interesting, man.
that is a really interesting point.
Yeah, it is.
And if you're familiar with these references, it's just, as a movie fan, you catch them. And you clearly don't catch them all in the first, second, or even third viewing because there's so many. But as you start to catch them, they're just so cool. I mean, the film opens up. It's black and white. The bride is laying there. Nancy Sinatra singing Bang Bang, My Baby Shot Me Down. And the camera kind of zooms out. Like, that whole scene is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene is straight out of Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
There's a scene that follows shortly thereafter. It's Michael Parks. He's playing Earl McGraw in this scene. He's the cop, and he's driving down the road, and you see inside the car, and there's all the sunglasses lined up on the dashboard. I mean, that's straight out of Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Or Daryl Hannah's character, Elle Driver. I mean, she is completely modeled after Thriller, A Cruel Picture, which, by the way, is not a film I recommend anybody see. That film is brutal.
Well, she's brutal. She's ruthless. Yeah.
But her character is so cool.
Yeah.
And the way Quentin Tarantino picks these things up from all of these different films.
Yeah.
And like you said, Kolter, the way he makes them his own and writes them into his story, I think there's a real talent there. And for people who criticize Tarantino for saying, you're not original, you just steal from other people, man, you don't get it.
No. Plus, it's a tired argument, man. Every story, except for the first 10 ever written, dude, they're all inspired by some other story, for God's sakes. I mean, come on. But if you do it in a way, I mean, you know, I didn't know that all of those movies influenced him, but you're doing it. only he can do it in a way where it's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and then still make all those pieces complement each other. That's not something anybody but him can do.
I know, right? And he's so good at it. I have such an appreciation for that. And, he brings in the other actress, Chiaki Kuriyama. Forgive me, I butchered the name. But she's an actress that plays in Battle Royale, which is another huge influence on Tarantino.
Yeah.
And she plays Go-Go in Kill Bill. Her weapon in Kill Bill is straight from Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Yeah.
It's just all these little things that are just, and they're so cool. And I just love to see that.
Yeah.
I love the split screen. The way that he uses split screen in this movie is
so cool.
It is so cool.
I think that's my favorite shot of the whole movie is when in the hospital when he splits the screen and the music starts to play.
Yeah.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah, absolutely right. Paying homage to Brian De Palma. There's another really cool thing that he does here, and that is he's telling a story. You're moving along with the characters, and all of a sudden he breaks away. He makes a hard left turn and goes into a completely different story, and you're there for 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Before he comes back.
Sure.
And he does this twice, two main areas of the film. Number one, the bride is in the back of the pussy wagon and she's trying to get her toes to wiggle.
Yeah.
And then Tarantino breaks away to that anime sequence.
Yeah.
And that's when we go through and learn more about Orin Ichii's childhood, and the whole sequence is anime.
Yeah.
Such a cool sequence. And we're there for, again,
long time.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Before we come back to the Piggy Wigglers.
Yeah.
I feel like the first movie is
Piggy
more
Wigglers.
about Oren than the bride. There's so much focus there.
Well, more focus on.
I wish there was a little bit more of the bride before all the Oren stuff, because I didn't feel really connected to the character until the second movie.
Huh.
It wasn't until the second movie that I was like, okay, she's badass. I really like her.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, oddly, we
Yeah.
spend so much time on her and not as much with the other.
The other members of the Deadly Viper Assassin Squad.
There you go.
So there is some additional material in the Whole Bloody Affair, which we should mention. And the first sequence, which I want to talk about, takes place during the anime sequence. We're learning about Orin and her origin story. We see the killing of her parents in Volume 1, and we see her revenge against boss Matsumoto. We also skip forward and see her kind of tracking and hunting a Japanese politician. What a cool scene, by the way. When she blasts him, she snipes him, and you follow the bullet through his head and out the back, and then he falls down, and the two girls in the back seat look over and look through that hole in his head.
Cool.
It's pretty gross, but a really cool scene. The added sequence was actually created much later. It was created for the Whole Bloody Affair, and it is a sequence where Oren seeks revenge on Boss Matsumoto's second lieutenant.
Yeah.
And it falls in between Boss Matsumoto and this Japanese politician. I thought it was pretty cool. It was fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
The other scene that I want to mention is the Lost Chapter. Now, this is something that's been talked about in Tarantino circles for a long time. It's called Yuki's Revenge. And I was really excited to see this come to light. In order to understand Yuki's revenge, you need to know the bride, she regains consciousness in the hospital for the first time. She wheels her way out to the pussy wagon and she gets those piglies wiggling. Then her first item of business is to kill Oren Ishii. Her second item of business is to kill Vernita Green. Now, we see this in reverse order in the movie, but if you look at the kill list and the chapters, her first kill is Oren. Then she drives that pussy wagon over to Vernita Green's house. And when she drives that pussy wagon over to Vernita Green's house, we hear an ice cream truck in the background.
Yeah.
Now, in the original script, when the bride goes to kill Oren, she has to go through the Crazy 88 and she has to kill Gogo. Now, Gogo is Oren's right-hand killer,
Yeah.
and Gogo has a sister named Yuki. And Yuki, after the killing of Gogo, wants her own revenge, and she tracks down the bride. And she has been following the pussy wagon in this ice cream truck, and the original script has her battle the bride to avenge her sister's death. And because it was just all too much and the film was already too long, they had to cut it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know,
That would have been cool.
It would have been cool, and it is cool because after the credits of The Whole Bloody Affair,
Yeah.
they animated through Fortnite.
Yeah. Weird choice.
Really weird choice. Epic Games with an Unreal Engine
Yeah.
and Fortnite animated this Lost Chapter, and it plays after the credits. So that's also an additional piece to The Whole Bloody Affair that's not in the original that I thought was really cool. It isn't exactly like the script, But it is still really cool, and it was directed by Tarantino, and it's on YouTube, so you can jump on and watch it. Really cool. Just a really cool idea. I'm glad that came to life. It was a nice little addition that was thrown to Kill Bill fans. I wish the original would have been shot and put in the movie because I think it's a really cool plot line. And there's just so much in this story. It could have been a 6-hour movie.
Yeah. But didn't Uma Thurman do the voice for the bride in that too?
Yeah, so it was actually directed by Tarantino.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman was involved, and so was Zoe Bell. Tarantino fans love Zoe Bell.
Such a weird pick for Fortnite, though. That's like a kid. That's a bloodless, like, kids game.
I know, but it is really cool the way they directed it. You can go online. There's behind the scenes footage. No, I wish.
Oh, weird.
You can go watch the behind the scenes filming of it. It's really cool because there's the actor there, and she's got these sensors all over her body, and as she moves, it automatically animates her character on screen in a Fortnite style. So Tarantino is able to direct them as they're filming this piece, and you've got live actors. This wasn't animation in the sense that it was artists creating it. There were actors that were moving and playing this out, and it was just captured through digital media and portrayed as a Fortnite character. So it was really pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to check it out now.
Yeah, I'm bummed you guys missed it in theaters. Didn't know it was after the credits, but the other big change in the whole bloody affair, and Kolter, you already hinted to this earlier, is the fight scene with the Crazy 88s. The Motion Picture Association was going to rate Kill Bill X because of all the blood in the fight scene with the Crazy 88s.
Yeah.
So Tarantino took the color out, made it black and white, and they got their R rating. In the whole bloody affair, the color's back with a lot more blood and a lot more gore.
You know, I think Tarantino was secretly excited about the studio doing that because he was always... He told this story about Taxi Driver and how the end of Taxi Driver needed to be changed for the color tint. And now he gets his little Scorsese moment and has to change all the blood in his movie. I think there was a part of him that liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the black and white is really cool, but it definitely hit different in color. There are scenes where the kills are just a half second longer, and so they're gorier.
Yeah.
And there's other little things in that segment that are definitely a ton of blood. Ton of blood in the scene. It definitely hit different in color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you know the band, the 5, 6, 7, 8s that play?
Yeah.
So the story goes that Tarantino was out filming this, and he came across this band live and said, I want them in my movie, and brought them in last second. Did you guys know, and of course you wouldn't, because if you did, it would be creepy, that I have seen the 5, 6, 7, 8s live?
I did know that.
Before. You did?
Yeah, because when you showed me Kill Bill,
I bragged about it then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to brag about it now, too. It was pretty damn cool.
I'm so
man.
jealous.
Seeing those guys live. It was pretty fun.
That is cool.
Something else that's pretty fun. I got to talk about this. It's my favorite, Kill Bill fan theory, Rufus. Do you guys remember who Rufus is?
No.
He's the piano player at the wedding dress rehearsal.
Me too.
Okay.
That is Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, no shit?
Have you heard this theory, Kolter?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad. I can't wait to tell you.
Okay.
So Rufus is the piano player. It's Samuel L. Jackson, which is super cool because Samuel L. Jackson is just about in every Tarantino movie. I mean, he's not in Reservoir Dogs, and he's not really in this, but he makes the cameo as the piano player at the wedding dress rehearsal. He's Rufus.
And it's kind of hard to tell that it's him.
It's kind of hard to tell that it's him. He's back there being cool, smoking a cigarette. Right?
He doesn't take away from what's going on, for sure.
Well, the theory is that Rufus is Jules from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, that's interesting.
So listen, Rufus, the piano player in Kill Bill, says, I was a drail, I was a drifter, I was a coaster.
Yeah.
And if you remember the diner scene in Pulp Fiction, Jules is there with Honey Bunny and Pumpkin, and he's got the gun in Pumpkin's face, and he says, first I'm going to deliver this case to Marcellus Wallace, and then, basically, I'm just going to walk the earth.
Uh-huh.
So he goes and walks the earth. He becomes a drail and a drifter and a coaster, and he starts playing piano, and pretty soon he finds himself the wedding dress rehearsal.
I love that theory.
Yeah, it's cool. And that's how you
It's
do
a
it.
cool theory.
It's something Tarantino would do for sure.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of his movies, you know, Paula Schultz, The Grave Where Bud Buries the Bride.
Yeah.
Another theory is Paula Schultz is Dr. King Schultz's wife. Dr. King Schultz from Django Unchained. You remember he practiced dentistry, but he stopped and became a bounty hunter. That's because apparently his wife died in Texas, Paula Schultz. So there's lots of little tie-ins to Quentin Tarantino movies.
Uh-huh.
And that one's my favorite. Rufus and Jules. That one's my favorite of all the Tarantino
Yeah, that's cool.
theories. I think that one's my favorite. I think that one's really cool. You know what one of my favorite parts is of Kill Bill? You guys are going to laugh at this. But it's early in the film when Bill kills the bride, when he shoots her in the head, and there's that giant bullet that comes out the gun.
Yeah.
I think about that scene all the time. I don't know why, but that is like the first scene I think of when I think of Kill Bill.
Interesting.
Really?
I don't know why. I just think that bullet coming out of the gun, this giant exaggerated bullet, is just so funny to me. Every time I see it, I laugh out loud. I love it.
Do you know what I think of every time I think of the film? Wiggle your big toe.
Wiggle
your big toe. For me, it's
Wiggle your
always
big toe.
the showdown between the bride and Orenishi.
Is that your favorite?
I love that shit.
That's your favorite chapter?
After that whole complete massacre, you get this little quiet moment where the two of them out in the snow, and she says
Lady
she's got a
Snowblood, dude. That's right out of Lady Snowblood.
I know, and it's like she says some line about having a Hanzo sword, and she's like, "You lie." She flips that sword around. There's that snap zoot on his insignia on his blade, and then we get that badass music that kicks in for a minute while they're all, sizing each other up and taking their stances. I just love it. And then the music just cuts when Ishii lands that slicing blow on the bride's back. It's just like, oh, God, it's so good. I love that shit.
Here's something cool. Orenishi, in that scene, Orenishi says to the bride, "You wouldn't last 5 minutes."
Mm-hmm.
That entire scene is only 4 minutes and 59 seconds. It was cut that way intentionally.
Yeah,
and Orenishi didn't last 5 minutes.
That's cool. Yeah.
Super
That's
cool.
good.
There's
Awesome.
so many cool things like that in this movie. There's
There
so
is.
many cool things.
Yeah, there is.
I love the you know what I'm talking about?
Well, some of
the
the
screen
stuff-
goes red.
Yeah. There's so much awesome, like, even some of the little, stings or the short little, music bits are, straight out of, a 70s kung fu movie. It sounds all, horribly recorded, but it's just perfect. Goddamn, I love it.
Ella Driver's Twisted Nerve whistle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
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 Gosh, that split screen when the whistle is kind of remixed.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
It's so cool.
Yeah, it is
so cool.
Yeah.
So is Orenishi your favorite chapter in the whole movie?
Yeah. I just
The whole single
Yeah.
one movie.
I've always, I don't know. Well, that and I really love when Michael Madsen just blasts her full in the chest with a shotgun
rock salt?
full of rock salt.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
how insulting,
Right?
Not enough to kill you. You know, it hurts like hell. He's just sitting there casually in his lawn chair in his trailer, just waiting. It's just great, classic Michael Madsen stuff. I love samurai films, man. I love the honor that is often depicted in Japanese culture. It's a warrior culture, but there's such a code of honor that goes along with it. I mean, even when in Orenishi's defeat, she apologizes and acknowledges the bride's prowess. It's so cool.
So Chase, what's your favorite chapter?
The Lonely Grave of Paula Scholes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one.
I just love Michael Madsen.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah.
He's interesting in every Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just kind of a unique dude in general, and he just fits so well in Tarantino films.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
Do you guys remember him in James Bond, Die Another Day?
No.
I don't.
Dude, he's not nearly as good in that film as he is in Reservoir Dogs or Kill Bill or
Yeah.
Hateful Eight. Like, he's just a Tarantino actor. Call me crazy.
No,
but he's just so good in Tarantino films. He's just not as good in other films.
Yeah. Some directors just pull different stuff out of different people, I guess.
So, guys, I got to ask you the end of the film, the battle between the bride and Bill.
Sure. Sure.
What's your thoughts there? How does it play out for you guys?
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You love it.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, when she first walks over, he's like, "Bang, bang, mommy." It's,
Yeah.
I don't know why it works so well. It's a
Yeah.
little campy.
Well, the Bang Bang Mommy is a tie to the Bang Bang My Lover Shot Me Down in the
Yeah.
opening, which I think
of
is
course.
really cool.
Everything's
Yeah.
a tie.
That
Everything.
whole, everything
there's-
is that whole scene is really, really cool.
Yeah.
But did you find it anticlimactic at all?
Well,
Yes, and it was kind of relieving. It was like, okay,
that's
we're gonna sit
interesting.
here with the psychological bit of it all. That's
Okay.
that's what I wanted. It was
Oh.
like, okay, we're gonna see the bride under pressure and how she really reacts when she's not being badass and cutting off people's heads and blood's going all over.
I like that. It's quite a
I loved it.
sophisticated take. Yes. Yeah, that's actually, I like that a lot.
So in the original script, they were supposed to have a big old sword fight. I think on a beach.
Okay.
That's the original script.
Is
They were
it
going to have
sunset or
a
sunrise?
big old, I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
They were
One
going to
of
have
the
a big old sword fight between
Yeah.
the two of them. And the film got too expensive, and he who shall not be named, Weinstein, said, "Hey, this is too expensive. We gotta cut this. We gotta cut this down." So
That
they
son of a
had to
bitch.
change the end.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like it's missing that giant sword fight between the two of them.
I love.
I mean, I'm not going to criticize the way the film ends. the way
Yeah.
it
Did
comes
it
out, because I
still-
love it. But I
Okay.
do.
Did it still
wish-
have the whole thing with the daughter, and she goes and lays with the daughter in the room, and then comes out?
I
and
assume so.
that they just walk out to the beach instead of a backyard.
I mean, I don't know. I
Huh.
just know there was supposed to be a really big sword fight.
Yeah.
I do wish there was a little bit more of like a sword fight or something before the 5 pressure. Was it?
5-point palm exploding heart technique.
That's what it was,
Oh.
of course. Of course
Yeah,
it was.
you knew
Yeah.
it was gonna end there.
I mean, that
There was
that
no
was
secret.
again. That was a really cool tie to bring that back in.
But
Love it.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. I love the simplicity of it. It's ripped right out of the greatest like samurai when you finally get to the showdown and you're expecting some big drawn out brawl and it's just 1 or 2 sword strokes and then the one guy just falls. You don't even necessarily see anything connect. Just one guy just goes down. And I just that's perfect.
I'm excited to see if you guys think Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair is perfect. It's time to rate this film on a scale of 1 to 5. What do you give it?
Kill Bill. You know, I see it as 2 movies, so it's hard to rate as one movie. Because I'd give them separate ratings, but I'm gonna land at 4 stars. I enjoy the style, I enjoy the humor, but not as much as in his other films. So it's gonna be 4 stars.
I've said it before about Tarantino. I think I'll probably say it again. I think he's one of the few directors that this is what this person was meant to do, is make movies. I don't think anybody does it quite like him. For me, I love his style. I love his characters. I love his writing. I really love his music. I don't think there's a Tarantino movie that I wouldn't give a 5 to. It's just kind of a film dorks movie, and I am a film dork. So I there's not a movie of his I wouldn't give a 5, and this is no exception, gentlemen. This is a 5 for me.
When God watches Kill Bill, he watches The Whole Bloody Affair. It's the
Oh.
only cut worthy of him, and not even he could improve upon it. This is a 5-star film
Oh my
without
God.
question.
Yeah.
Love me some Kill Bill. We want to know, what did you think of The Whole Bloody Affair? Please tell us. So if you cannot tell, I'm a huge Kill Bill fan. And if you're a huge Kill Bill fan, you've got to have some interest in the films that inspired Kill Bill. There's a ton of them. So many, I cannot narrow it down to one. So I'm going to recommend 3. Number 1, Lady Snowblood. Quentin Tarantino himself said this was a major factor in the design, the creation, the writing, and the style behind The Bride and Kill Bill. Lady Snowblood, 1973, directed by Toshiya Fujita. I'm also recommending Master of the Flying Guillotine. This film is from 1976, directed by Jimmy Wang Yu. This film is just a fun martial arts B-movie. Absolutely worth checking out if you're a Kill Bill fan. And number 3, we gotta throw in a spaghetti western revenge film. So, if you have not seen Death Rides a Horse from 1967, directed by Joliho Patroni, this film needs to be on your to-watch list. Check these films out. Every Kill Bill fan needs to. Thank you for listening to Faster Film Critic, and next week we're talking the Christmas film Scrooged from 1988. You can also follow us on Letterboxd, Cinetrack, and Instagram. Email us at fasterfilmcritic@gmail.com. Hit us up with questions, comments, feedback, review requests, and share this episode with your movie-loving friends.